Problematic Pub Podcast.
Problematic Pub Podcast.
Problematic Pub Podcast. The lunatics won't get much.
Problematic Pub Podcast.
Problematic Pub Podcast. Problematic Pub Podcast. Get out of pub.
You think it's funny? Come here and smack you in the mouth.
Thank you for all your support so far. We've got good news for you. We are now setting up a Patreon with exclusive content on there. So if you think we were close to the bone before, you want to see what's behind the paywall, it's extra content, extra episodes, and stuff that we're going to be out and about filming. So the link for the Patreon will be below here. Problematic Pub Podcast.
And if you haven't liked and subscribed to our YouTube channels, please do that if you can. Also, like I say, the Patreon's in 3 different levels. Be £3, £5, £10 a month. Anything you can afford will be amazing. We've got to kind of keep this going because we're not in a back room of someone's house. There's actually a studio and it's cost us a lot of money and we skint. So if you can help us, be amazing. The first 30 patrons to sign up, they'll be invited to a free exclusive live show. The first live show we do of the podcast in Avonales, Port Talbot. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the Problematic Pub Podcast, episode 18, with myself, Simon Emmanuel.
And myself, Sandro Ford.
And our guest today
Who's
is...
our guest, Simon?
A fantastic comedian.
Who is she?
I've known her for a long, long time. Mr. Fantastic Eleri Morgan!
Eleri Morgan, baby!
Well, welcome to the podcast, Eleri.
Hiya.
What are your first impressions?
You know what? I am actually so impressed. So I said this before I started. As I was leaving the house, my boyfriend was like, babe, you're going to be on a podcast. They film it. It's big time. Make sure you look good. And in my head, I was like, look, it's a Tuesday evening. I'm off to Port Talbot to sit in a shed. Simon and Sandro, no one's fucking watching this. And then I've just heard that your numbers are really good.
Yeah.
And I've literally got, you can see I've got like, that's baked bean handprint from on top. I'm so annoyed.
But tell the listeners of your first experience in Port Talbot.
Okay, no, I don't want the people of Port Talbot
No,
to hate
they won't
me.
say anything.
This isn't my first experience of Port Talbot. This was my experience of Sandro. Very different. The last time Sandro asked me to come here to do anything relating to comedy was a gig where it was in a pub. I think it was daylight, and Sandro reversed onto stage to a Prince song. He fell into the speakers and his mum told him off. And that was the start of the gig. And that's every comedian has a "you weren't there, man" gig. The gig they're like, nothing scares me because I've done that gig. That's mine. It's Sandro's gig in Talbot.
Yeah, I never in that gig. I go, oh, can I have a bucket at the end to collect some money?
Yeah,
and I go, no, it's collecting water, but there, there's a leak in the roof. Fuck's sake!
Sandro's the only comedian I know who gets grounded for a week after doing a gig.
I think your dad was there as well. He yelled at you for showing off.
The story of my
I'm
life.
going to see stand-up comedy. Stop trying to get attention.
Let me move from these ball bags, man. No, that gig was mental. It was always like full of like fucking crazy people.
Oh yeah,
well,
100%.
Yeah, but my gigs. You tell me the story. What you?
Oh yeah. So when I did it, it was, I can't remember when it was, mate. So it was fucking, the whole night was carnage, right? Everyone's being shouted at, mostly by you, to be fair, mate. Like, you're just pissed at the back, heckling your own ass that you've booked, right? Which is insane. And then I go on stage. Well, actually, I'm outside first talking to this guy. We found out later he'd just come out of prison that day. As I get on stage, he thinks it's karaoke, comes up and just onto the stage, takes my mic and goes, "Can I sing Eminem, Rihanna?" And you're at the back going, "It's not fucking karaoke." But then you didn't do yourself any favours, because as soon as I came off stage, you let him sing Eminem, Rihanna.
And he sang Tupac Changes. And he's back in prison next week.
Back in prison the next week for a violent attack. So I'm kind of glad that you let him sing, actually, mate.
Nothing changes. You're back in prison.
Yeah. So what we do at the start of every episode, we get the guests to tell a little bit about themselves, Eleri. But because we're not necessarily that interested in the guests, we give them 30 seconds. So,
Okay, fair enough.
do you want to go 30 seconds? Starts now. Go.
30 seconds. My name is Eleri Morgan. I'm a comedian and writer from Wales. That's literally the start line of every email. How fucking boring. There's very little to me. It's not massively interesting, to be honest.
The
I'm
most
5'5".
interesting thing is about the beans on your top.
Yeah. I am scruffy. I'm a scruffy person. 5'5". I've got green-grey eyes. You know.
Book me, please.
Yeah.
I'll travel to Scunthorpe on a Thursday night.
Oh, so Eleri, one thing that we like to ask our guests is, if you're comfortable talking about it, is about dating histories and maybe the most awkward date that you've ever been on. Is there anything that sticks in your mind? So a date that went pear-shaped and you're like, why have I done this to myself?
She with him now. There's a baby and everything.
Yeah, to be fair. To be fair, at one point, I have had a baby with a man that I haven't known that long. Feel it now. This is how little we still know each other. At one point, he knew me longer pregnant than he had known me. Full stop. Not dated. Not dated. Known me. Isn't that mad?
That's insane.
Where did you meet him?
Online.
Right.
Yeah, no. Oh, so get this though. So don't judge me.
I can't judge anybody.
No.
That's how everyone meets these days.
Larry, I am not judging you because I've recently gone back on Tinder and I'm nearly 40 now, and all I can say is going back on Tinder at that age is like finding the last of the biscuits on Christmas. They're all fucking broken. Every one of them, they're all broken. I don't like.
What are you doing on Tinder? Get off Tinder.
I know.
I feel like you're now at the age category where you have to stop paying. I think as in you. No,
What?
not
Get
that-
prostitutes?
No, I mean, like,
And the worst thing, his name on Tinder is Uncle Simon. Come here, baby.
Sponsor for this episode is Avon Ales, absolute legends on Station Road. Avon Ales and fine wine. You can get craft beer, just a general good time. Staying with them will take out. They don't care.
So Avon Ales is Torba's #1 supplier of grassroots entertainment. You call me night there once a month. Also, we've got grassroots bands. We've got a lot of entertainment. You can come in, have a drink, have a laugh. Great supporters of local acts and local arts, and have a good time.
Wait, sorry, I just remembered something about Simon. Have you spoken about this? You know what triggered me? The working class Michael Jackson. I went, yeah, that makes sense. Because wasn't there a time in your life when you were injecting yourself with something that made you tan?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There was. And bizarrely enough, I'm starting again next week. I've lost all the colour.
Jabba Town Simon.
He came into a gig and he looked like, I'm not kidding, Pocahontas. It was mental. His lips were tanned.
His lips were tanned. The orange lips.
Do you know the
What's
worst thing
wrong
about
with
it?
you? You're a fucking mental
The worst thing about it, right, is like, so this it's called melatonin, right?
Yes!
And,
Yes, he injected himself with melatonin.
Yeah, and originally that peptide was designed as a Viagra, right? Which makes me laugh because there must have been loads of old men that they tried it out on, right? Didn't get that hard. They'll go, fuck me, they've gone brown. What's going on here?
You give it wood, it looks like wood.
And also, it's so bad, right? Because originally when you do it, you go fucking orange until it fucking levels out, right?
You come to a gig like Oompa Loompa.
How
Yeah.
cruel is that? Yeah. But how cruel is that to be the horniest you've ever been and orange? It's like...
Tell me the story. He turned up. Was you like that?
I didn't know. I was like, hey. I didn't know what to do. He was like, he was glowing.
I was
Because, like, it's a gig, so the lights were down. And he came in like a glowworm. And what was weird, he was like, I was like, oh, you've tanned. Like, that was my guess. But... I just distinctly remember, like, it, because obviously if you inject yourself with melatonin, it doesn't go to the areas you usually tan. So, like, fingernails, lips were like...
Yeah.
He sort of looked like Pocahontas. And I remember being like, so what's going on?
Yeah.
You're a
What's going
fucking
on?
clone. Like.
And he was like, I get it. You got it in a car park? And I was like... is that legal? And you said, it's definitely not recommended. And I was like, well, that's not an answer.
Why would you buy inject stuff from a car park?
Where else are you going to get it from?
To be fair to Sandro, where do you buy melatonin? Apart from in a car park in Swansea.
You're just going to take a punt. You're going to hang around car parks and go and speak to the brownest person there. Any chance?
Simon, not brown. Orange. I can't begin to tell you.
So, this is episode 18. Episode 21, I'm going to be the same colour, I guarantee. so let's keep an eye out for that.
Did it really make you that glowing orange?
Oh, mate,
See this picture behind you?
accelerates.
That's the actual...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
it's insane stuff like, yeah.
So how long... So when you eject, you go orange, how long does it take to wear off?
To wear off?
Or to go to like...
It never goes back to normal. So like I'm ginger, right? So my skin now has still got that sort of base tan. I used to be fucking white see-through before, so it always stays
that
in the
can't
skin.
be good
like,
for you, can it?
Probably not, no. Hang on,
I imagine not, no.
you've
on,
been out.
slag me off,
No.
Bonnie.
You've been out on so many nights with me, and we've done copious amounts of stuff we shouldn't. And now you're worried about what's good for me. Fucking hell, man.
I've heard sunbeds are really bad as well. Weren't we talking about me?
Yeah. We were.
Back to me, please.
Thank you!
Yeah. We were asking
Pleasure to
about
be here, guys.
any embarrassing dating situations that you'd been in the past.
Oh yeah, apart from this one where
Yeah,
I ended
yeah.
up with a baby. You know what? Not too bad. I can tell you about two of the worst people I met were on a date.
Oh yeah, go on.
And I
Don't
can't
mention me
decide.
now, fuck's sake.
I can't decide which one. I can't decide which one. is the
As
worst.
if you've been on a date with Eleri. I am unique.
I thought I misheard that.
What are the two?
Okay, the two worst men I've met, and I don't know which one's worst. I went on a date with one guy, and he told me straight off the bat his hobbies include playing devil's advocate and rollerblading. Bad.
What's Devil's Advocate? Oh, I mean, when you just disagree with people.
Yeah,
for fun.
yeah. What did you think he was actually working for the devil?
I thought it was a board game.
Oh, right. No, as in like he was like my two passions are rollerblading and playing devil's advocate.
What's Devil Advocate?
That's when like if you say something, they'll disagree with you just to.
Even if
He's on
they don't-
Twitter. He's on Twitter,
even if
basically.
Yeah. He's on Twitter.
Yeah, even if they don't disagree, they'll do it just to cause an argument.
Why would you do that for?
Because you're a cunt. I don't know, mate. Fucking
Yeah, exactly. If you guys were smarter, that would have been funny.
But I love the fact that he does those two things on rollerblades
Yeah.
as well. So
You're a cunt.
yeah, no, just quickly disagreeing with people whilst rolling past.
He was like a grown man.
Jesus
Like he turned
Christ.
up with rollerblades.
No.
Yeah, it was
Well,
just
like
it was
around
just
his
like a
neck,
part.
like on like loose.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of them. That's
He was
quite
like,
cool.
you might wonder what I'm into. Rollerblading and playing devil's advocate. So I left.
Do you know, earlier I was thinking that you got unlucky with the relationship now when you got pregnant so soon. Now I'm thinking you had a lucky escape from that.
I
time.
had such a
You've
lucky-
landed on your feet, yeah.
Weirdly, he left faster, but I.
Lucky
had
he
12
didn't turn like
wheels.
bad, and like he started chasing you because you can't get away from rollerblades. Run, he's like, "Hi there, how's things?"
You can absolutely get away from rollerblades. You just need to go on a patch of grass.
on the beach.
Yeah. Anywhere that isn't totally smooth tarmac.
Imagine being stalked by someone on rollerblades. Like every
Oh,
now
oh,
and again,
yeah,
you just hear them coming from a distance. Oh, that'd be brilliant. A moving house has got lots of steps in the front. Why? You fucking see it.
What's the other one?
Okay, the other one is actually bad. The other one is actually bad. So he was my manager in a pub I worked in, and I really, really fancied him.
Yeah.
And then we went out on a date. I was so excited. And then he said just the most... He was South African,
Yeah.
white. And
All right, then. Bloody hell.
No, it's important to know. Is that make me...
White.
I just,
That's Eleri protecting the BBC work right there.
no, I just mean like... I feel like this will make sense. He was a white South African guy, and he said the most horrifically racist thing about people in South Africa who aren't white.
Yeah.
And so I was like, right, I need to leave. And I'd seen people do this in films before where they go to the toilet and they escape out the window. And I was like, I'll do that. In the window, but my ass was too big to get out. I got my head, neck, shoulders, torso out lovely. They're like an eel.
He's having a fag outside. He's like, Eleri!
Eleri. My ass
Top
was
floor as well, where the spoons.
I was in there for so long. And eventually I was like, okay, I'm going to have to go out the exit, like the door, like most people. So I had to slither back in. And then I had to walk past him to leave the other way. And he just must have thought that I had bowel problems. I was in there for like 20 minutes.
I would have loved it if, as you're doing that, someone else came into the toilet, two girls would do a line of cocaine. They do a line. They look at me, just your ass in the window. They go, fuck, it's a strong stuff.
Trip my head off.
Dappy from Dubs once did cocaine in a toilet next to me.
Oh, really?
So we go, is that
Allegedly, an Oscar sued,
No,
yeah.
no, it was absolutely him. Let me tell you without doubt, it was Dappy.
Where was that?
That's my claim to fame. It was in London about, years ago, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Another sponsorship this episode is Avon Heating and Plumbing, based in Talbot and cover all South Wales area. They are specialists in all aspects of heating and plumbing and offer 0%, that's 0% finance on all boilers, heating and bathroom installations. And they also do a 24-hour call-out service. You can find them on Facebook or Google for all the contact details and to book. Please don't hesitate. Thank you. So you grew up in North Wales?
Nah, I grew up slap bang in the middle. I grew up in...
North, have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Thank you.
Swansea's north of here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Swansea's more that way.
Yeah, but that's not how you work out the directions, mate.
What
That's
direction
not you.
that way?
Just doing that doesn't mean it's not north.
No, Swansea's left. Oh,
fuck, mate.
You know what?
Am I right, Beer, then? Because Swansea's on the same fucking coast.
No, you're not right.
No, that's north.
And please never do a documentary like Bear Grylls does, because you will kill people.
Swansea's not north.
You're
It's
stuck in the
left.
desert. Just go this way.
Man. I know about all that. I don't get into politics now. But no, I know the politics now.
I'm from left Wales.
Mid Wales.
Yeah.
But no, midway. I done again going back there, and no one who go past like up the valleys and then past Breck and that.
Yeah.
The radio signal goes out. and
It's
you go,
so sparse up there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
It's
mad.
mad. So where you grew up? It was like a little village or was it like a town or?
No, I grew up outside of a little village, and I remember if I wanted to have a chocolate bar, I had to walk 1.5 miles to the
Jesus
spa,
Christ.
and by the 1.5 miles walk back,
You've just burnt the
I
calories
was
off.
so hungry, yeah. And it meant that. So I went to a uni in London, like a drama school up in London, and I was above a corner shop.
Yeah.
I got so fat. I was so happy.
When you say
I get to have a crunchy without a trek.
you're saying no, the 1.5 miles to your village. What was there? Was there much stuff there?
Oh, okay, I can tell you what was there. So there were 2 pubs. Is that your testosterone? Or Sandro's estrogen?
That's my.
He's got the tits for it.
I am being abused on my own podcast. I love that. Yeah, so
Okay, so yeah, the village was mental. So in the village, there was my primary school. There were 9 people in my year in primary school.
Wow.
I can name them all still.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. Then in the village, there were 2 pubs, the black and the white, and they hated each other. Yeah.
I just realised
wait.
your primary school didn't even have enough for a football team. You must be forced to play 5-a-side.
There was a
that's 9 people in the year is fucking mad.
there were 2 shops. There was a spa, and then there was one shop called the Golden Key. And the rumour was Mr. Vickers, the guy who ran it, was actually on witness protection, and he didn't really run a shop because he used to sell marathon bars.
Yeah,
Remember
I
the bars?
remember.
Yeah, they're the old Snickers.
Yeah, I think they changed their name in the
I know chocolate
70s.
street.
But
Yeah.
he used to sell them. He had like a roll of toilet paper and marathon bars, and we used to dare each other to go inside. And there was a hairdresser. And
What if he knows the 70s?
Yeah.
That's how quite this finish is.
yeah.
Was that it in the
Wait.
shop? Toilet paper marathon.
Yeah. And I think there was a what's the bit? You know, you have a car tire.
Sorry, I
What's
love
the
the
bit-
idea of that.
The chocolate's so old, you eat it, you should eat
No,
it.
yeah, but someone go, do you fancy spicing up the marriage tonight? What you think you're doing? Think the stuffing a marathon bar up my arse? I know just the shop.
What's the thing on a tire called? The thing that pops off.
Allies.
Yeah.
Wheel trim.
Yeah, he had some of them as well.
What the
That
fuck?
was it.
It's the most like Welsh thing ever.
Yeah, it was-
Marathon bars, toilet paper, and a
Yeah. It's all you need. It's all you need. And then there was a hairdresser's, and it was a ran by a guy called Richard, who was in the Guinness Book of Records for having the biggest rave in Europe. And he was mad. And Mam had 4 of us under 6, right? So she didn't care.
Yeah.
So we would all go once a year to get a buzz cut, like me and my sister and my sister. By a guy who was so clearly a raving alcoholic that is all I remember is that his hands would shake like that with the buzzers.
Oh, it's not turned on. The shaver's not turned on.
And that
Sharp and it goes like...
that was my village, Talabont, which
Jesus.
sometimes, very occasionally, as a treat, you get a letter through the post addressed to Taliban. Yeah.
That's so funny.
There's two pubs, 2 shops. One
was not a shop.
yeah, and the other one. What's the other one's?
And a hairdresser. Rogue to have a hairdresser in a village. But he was.
So what
he
was it?
mad.
So what, no Christmas shopping. Where would you go?
Oh, we just go to Aberystwyth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
far
yeah.
was that from you then?
Well, you'd have to drive, but as a child, I didn't often do the weekly shop. So I hadn't get it myself. That was about 6 or 7 miles. Maybe a bit longer. Yeah, not too bad.
Did you go from there straight to London?
Yeah.
They
Oh
shock,
my
they shock you.
God. I bet you were just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it was mad.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was mental, and everyone thought I was mental, and I was.
Yeah.
And that's fair enough. Do you know what I mean? There was
Yeah.
real cultural dissonance between me and
Yeah.
the city people. My dad calls them urbanites.
So your parents live in this crazy village.
Yeah, outside of it.
So what's there now? So obviously it's global warming and all that.
Sorry, what?
Yeah,
Not global warming.
I was going to say, you're aware that global warming doesn't affect the economy, right?
Yeah, sorry. The other
I
one.
thought he meant like, is it on fire? Is it underwater?
No, the other one.
Look at me genuinely trying to answer your insane questions.
The place starts flooding and the guy goes, don't worry, I got toilet papers in my shop.
Is that shop still open?
No.
What's there now?
No, he got taken by police.
Oh.
Yeah,
what
and all
happened?
the village came out to applaud. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
What
Yeah,
did he do?
Well, no one knows.
Oh.
Oh, no one knows. He was mad.
Yeah.
He was mad. He had
Really? He had a shop with 3 things.
And
Was he really mad?
his neighbours said he had little peepholes, and sometimes they'd see his little eyeball blinking at them.
Really?
Yeah. Mr. Vickers, really
Like
weird
looking
guy.
outside the shop.
Yeah, or like, no, as in like they shared a garden wall.
Yeah.
Which actually wasn't that high. It was like, 4 foot off the ground. I don't know why he didn't just look over. But he chipped a little hole in it, yeah.
Wow.
So what's there now? Just one shop.
Yeah.
Any pub there?
Unless
One
people-
shop, one pub. Bizarrely, the hairdressers are still open.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know who goes there. He did one haircut,
I mean,
a buzz cut.
presumably people under 6 getting
Yeah.
registered.
Sweet. If you got nits, you know where to go. That was it.
That's
But do you,
insane.
do you think, because like no, growing up like round here, like I think like when you're young, you go to Swans with your friends and get a little bit older,
yeah.
you go and they go, whatever you do, it's like kind of busy like lifestyle. I mean, you fucking start stealing and all that, you start chasing. But no, like not everybody start stealing, but we did. But for you, like no schools you got like 12, 13, we're like, oh, I want to go. All used to like the lifestyle of it being quiet and stuff.
Some do. Yeah, some do. You know, to be honest, I remember when I moved to London and I really missed the countryside. And everyone was like, it really annoyed me when people were like, what did you do growing up in the country? Like, what did you do? And I remember being like, I just did everything you did. I watched TV, hung out with friends. And then last year, we were in a car crash, so I had to move back home for a few months. And I remember thinking, what the fuck did I do? What did I do back here? There's fucking nothing. And then I remember I just sat on benches. Like, that's all we just sat on a bench. Me and my friends once got so bored, we walked up a river. That was it. We all got together on a Saturday and we were like, right, lads, let's walk up this. That's all that was there.
Just you with a school of salmon.
Yeah. It was so boring.
Head count. 8 of us, one's dead.
They're looking at you and they're like, we're migrating, what's your excuse?
It was so boring. It was so boring.
Insane, like.
Our next sponsorship is Complete Composite Doors, Windows and Repairs. They specialise in all aspects throughout the double glazed industry, from UPVC to aluminium windows and doors and glass replacements. They also specialise in high quality composite doors for over 100 designs to choose from. They are a Circas accredited company and they have over 10 years experience in the double glazing industry, covering all of South Wales. They're a proud sponsor of this podcast. I say thank you very much. Also, the products also come with a 10-year guarantee. For the free quotation, please contact them directly on 0169 500 515. You can also find them on Facebook, Google, and also look at their high standard of quality work. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And it was quite cutthroat. He wasn't used to.
You know
because
what?
Because I think Welsh people as well, especially like rural as well, same as us do. I take everybody at face value. You're a friend.
Yeah, and we're quite supportive.
And like, I bet you go into London, you're like, fuck, this is cutthroat as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I became unbearable. I remember that. Oh my God, I became such an asshole. I remember I met my mum, like, I was in the second year and she was like, wow, I didn't know my daughter was so boring. I was like, oh God. She was like obsessed with myself. I became really boring.
Fucking hell, you should have seen me when I was in like performing arts college. I was a right little bastard. Like, honestly, like I remember once that's the worst thing I've ever said, the most pretentious thing I've ever said. The lecturer said, he said, you're not allowed to do panto this year. I said, why? And he goes, because you keep fucking messing up lessons, doing roly-polies and stuff. And I was like, I don't care anyway. I'm a method actor.
You're that method actor that loves to roly-poly.
But you talk this, you've cut out what everyone do, but you were part of Weinstein School as well, weren't you?
What?
Harvey Weinstein, you were in his thing, weren't you?
What? No. What? Like an enabler?
No. I thought.
No, I see where you've gone wrong.
Am I fucking mental or something?
Yeah, no, it's same.
It's not anything bad. No, but it's like.
No, it wasn't.
This is welcome to the Exposing Paedophile podcast.
Oh, you thought Elaine Maxwell was bad on me? No, but you were starting to skate theatre school and he got found out, wasn't
No. Right, I love that you're still guessing this. But let me tell you, so I think what you're thinking about is, so I was like, I got onto the Kevin Spacey Foundation.
Oh, you know Weinstein.
They're two very different people. Kevin Spacey was very promiscuous, right? He wasn't at that level. Fucking hell.
Well, thank you for thinking.
Fucking useless tonight. Am I the worst interviewer ever?
That's like you saying to me, didn't you go to that Jimmy Savile's going, like, mate, it was Gary Lineker. What are you on about?
I'm never going to have my own TV show, mate.
Oh, mate,
Jonathan Ross.
Only now you realise that. It took this to realise that. Fuck me. I could have told you that 5 years ago when I met you. BBC ain't looking at you, mate.
My cheeks hurt from smiling.
How could I fuck them names up? I'm so sorry.
Thank you for thinking I was big enough to be, I don't know, Harvey Weinstein's right hand. Poacher? I don't know. Thank you. What a weird compliment.
Right.
So basically, I'd come out of drama school. It wasn't doing so well for me. And Kevin Spacey launched this big thing, and he was like, we're going to get like 30 up-and-coming actors, and we're going to take them to New York and do workshops. We're going to take them to Paris. We're going to take them all over. And it was like a year-long audition process.
Yeah.
And I got onto it. And there's a photo of us somewhere. And I've still got it. I've got a T-shirt which says like Kevin Spacey.
Beans there.
But like, as soon as we got the T-shirt, as soon as it became official, those.
Our next sponsorship is JK Website Development. Not only the website, he's our producer, Jack. He's absolutely class. He does all website designs. He can upload your stuff. He can keep you track of your websites. He does all aspects of website design and also any audio, any filming, any photography you need to do in. He can do it all. Can he do it all, Simon?
He can do it all, and he can also keep on top of 2 drunken retrobates, which is amazing.
JK Website Design. Go on their website or Facebook page to follow him. Thank you.
So, Larry, do you want to tell us about this? I love this round. Have you ever told a lie in your life that you've either got away with, or you got caught out on, or just something that you wish you'd admitted to?
Well, I lie all the time, but like not for bad reasons, mainly for attention. All the time. Oh my god, I lie so much. Do you guys aware when I made that lie about my house and it ended up on the New York Times?
No.
Please tell.
I was outside, so my house is pink.
Yeah.
And I was outside it one day. And these girls, these really sweet young girls, were doing like photos outside of it, like using my pink house as a backdrop.
Yeah.
This is when Twitter used to be something. So I tweeted and I was like, I love my pink house, but sometimes I can't get inside because of influencers. And it must have been a slow news week because this story blew up.
Shut up.
Blew up. Wales Online called me up to do an interview about it. And I was like, sure, fucking why not? Why not? And then I was like, that's it. No, and I was like, this obviously isn't true, but I do love attention. So cool. And they were like, so like, how bothered are you by the influencers? And I was like, I'm not too bothered, but like, it had never happened before. Like, I was taking photos of my Pebble Dash house in Canton. Like, no one. They were asking me all these questions. I was really dodging the bullet. I was like, yeah, you know, it's nice and pink. And they were like, is it hard to get inside sometimes? And I was like, sometimes when I lose the keys. And then I was like, okay, no one reads the Wales Online. It's going to be fine. The next day, it was in the Daily Mail. It was in the Independent. It was in the New York Times. I had a friend from Canada, Quebec, call me up and she was like, eh. And everyone was like, but they changed it. They were like, woman can't get into a house because of hordes of influencers. It's the quietest street. And then that was how I found out we have a street WhatsApp group. Because they invite me to join. They were like, we got some questions.
Oh, she couldn't get in the house. She lost her keys. She was on the Beyonce diet. She went to the letterbox. It really does work, everybody.
I love it, Eleri. If the lie went so far, you had to then pay actors for the next year to stand outside your house. You just lost all your money.
People now take photos of it.
Really?
To be like, it's so hard to get inside.
Oh, really?
Because it's an empty street. It's only seagulls, really. Jermaine Clement tweeted about it. He's like, my comedy here is in Flight the Conchords.
Yeah.
Like, this is a lie. This is a lie. I made it up for attention. I made it up for attention.
It made New York Times. That was fucking
New
mad.
York Times. But on the shitter
what
story.
year was this?
It was during lockdown. So yeah, I think they were just like, it's not a story about lockdown.
Trump was still in power there,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
New York
yeah.
Times went with that story.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
It's mental. I can't tell you how quiet my street is.
She's this really got the buzz cut from mid Wales.
Mommy. So I do lie, but my favourite lie I've told was so when I was in, I think I was like 14 or 15, I said to my friend Megan Goff that my mum and dad met on the Fatboy Slim Praise You video. You know the dancing they do.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said to her as a joke, and I forgot about it.
Yeah.
And then I left. I didn't go to sixth form. I went to a college.
Yeah.
And that is when I found out that had spread, and everyone knew me. And I'd forgotten about that lie. I'd completely forgotten about it. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, you're the person whose parents were the dancers on the Fatboy Slim, on the Fatboy Slim Praise You." And I just never corrected them because I was like, "I love that." I said that just for a joke for myself, and that lasted years.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, now they're farmers in West Wales.
What a mad fucking turn around. Like.
That's-
How long are we
that's
on? What time are we on, Jack?
23
Oh,
minutes.
crack
love it.
on some more.
We'll do with the embarrassing stories next, yeah?
How bad are they? How bad are the ones you've had?
Well,
wanna know how
no,
bad I can
people
go.
have not held back at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next
But-
round, Larry. Go on, you do.
Go on, you do it and I'll do the jingle.
Oh, you did a jingle. Okay. So the next round of Larry is the next round of Larry is called Embarrassing Stories.
Embarrassing stories, yeah.
I mean, all our jingles sound very similar.
Yeah. All right, they're all the same.
The only difference is
Yeah.
it's the glasses.
So you only paid for the one tune. Yeah. The 1.5 note.
So in this round, we like to talk to people about the most embarrassing situation that they've got themselves into in their life, or just an embarrassing story that you've got when you think this is absolutely mental. Obviously, me and Sandro have had a good few, but there's been so many podcasts now, we probably run out of stories. So that's what we're asking the guests, just to make us feel a bit normal about ourselves.
Okay.
And he's brought his microphone.
You right there?
Yeah.
Embarrassing microphones,
Yeah. Okay. Do I really want to tell?
Go on,
the story?
say it.
Go on, just say it.
Oh.
In my head, because
Larry,
it's you
if
two.
if it's too much, we'll cut it out, but we won't.
Well, in my head, because it's you two.
Yeah.
Is no one listening? It is us just screaming in a windowless shed. But
Let's retract. She has been slagging us off. Right? She's coming here, right? She's like, no more today. I got beans on me. It's like, oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, and also,
listen.
I
We
know.
got people who listen to
She
this.
grew up watching her dad milk cows in a barn, and she's upset with this. Sponsor for this episode is Avon Ales, absolute legends on Station Road. Avon Ales and fine wine. You can get craft beer, just a general good time. Staying with them or take out, they don't care.
So Avon Ales is Torba's #1 supplier of grassroots entertainment. You call me like there once a month. Also, we've got grassroots bands. We've got a lot of entertainment. You can come in, have a drink, have a laugh. Great supporters of local acts and local arts, and have a good time.
okay. How many people watch this?
10.
Listen? 10, right.
10
Yeah,
dozen.
yeah, we'll say
Yeah,
10
yeah.
for now.
Your mum's, your friend's auntie?
Getting personal. It's getting personal.
Okay, right, okay.
That's a callback that we probably can't use because it wasn't.
Yeah.
But basically, he shagged the granny, is what we're saying.
Okay. Oh God, this is okay. So this is so far in my life. This has been this hasn't been my lowest point.
Yeah.
This story. Well,
Yeah.
this
We're close second. We're a close second.
yeah, we're there.
story was my lowest point. Right. Okay. Oh God. Okay. So, and I want to say that no one should do drugs, and
Yeah.
I don't do them anymore, and rarely did them before. Okay.
And I'm going to cut in there and say, oh, you should.
No.
You should do
I
drugs.
agree with that. I
So
don't like
much
all that
fun.
shit.
Right.
Like.
I'm a bit wet behind the ears and a bit naive, and I was
Yeah.
at this big party in London.
Why are you wet behind the ears? Have you been dating guys with the pee hole in the wrong place? That's a callback. That's a fucking callback.
This is why we fucking do what we do, yeah! There's running over there! Sorry.
I only just realised that there's a camera there, and I haven't known what to do every time you guys just turn away. And but I realise it's because there's a camera now. That makes more sense. Oh my God.
Oh,
Well,
you're in
breakdown.
production. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
She
no.
did wild calling. She did cameras.
What did you think we were recording with?
I thought it was like this.
Did you think it was just audio?
Yeah.
She's clearly watching none of this.
Guys, I have
Don't
baked.
give a fuck about it.
I've got baked beans.
Fucking hell. She
All
does
over
not.
me.
She thought. That's why. Those audio.
You can't see beans on audio. That's what they say about Simon.
Oh, Jabatan Emmanuel. Oh, Jabatan Emmanuel.
Okay. Right.
Go on.
I was at a party.
Yeah.
And someone offered me a drug.
Yeah.
And I thought it was one type of drug.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be another type of drug, which I'd never taken before, and I do not recommend.
Yeah.
Long story short, I shit myself. And this is the beginning of the story.
We love these stories.
Right. Basically, I did a disgrace.
Yeah.
Okay, I disgraced myself. And
Where were you when you shit yourself?
In the park. So close to the toilet. So close. I can't,
You were so
I can't
close.
tell you.
You managed to buy a squirt of perfume and not actually get it.
I was in the cubicle. I can't tell you how. I was wearing tights, and I did not know what was going on. Okay, I was so close, and I just moved to Cardiff. Right, I just moved to Cardiff. Been living in Cardiff for about a week. The party was up in London. I'd gone back to a friend's birthday party. Sorry, Daisy. Sorry, I ruined your party.
Yeah.
Sorry, I ruined your birthday party. And then, and I did a disgrace. And I was upstairs, and my head was on the table like this, going, no, no, no. And people walking past me like, oh my God, is Eleri all right? And then I went, I have to go.
Yeah.
And everyone thought they meant, oh, you have to go back to the house you're staying with. I was staying with friends. And I went, no, I have to go.
Yeah.
And I got on the National Express back to Cardiff. I was so ashamed that at 3 a.m, I somehow managed to get to Victoria Station and get on the coach back to Cardiff because I was that ashamed I shit myself. I had to leave the country.
Hang on, but why? Why
I've got to go. And everyone went, this when they found out the next day, they were like, when you said go, we thought you meant back to the flat, not to another country. I was like, no, you don't understand.
Where was
Hilarious.
No, I was in a party in London. I went to Victoria Coach
Oh my
Hilarious.
God.
Coach.
The last thing I want to do was
Still
shit in my pants is do a 4-hour coach journey.
Yeah. I didn't know where my hands were. So I couldn't tidy my... You know what the worst part is? In Victoria Coach Station, when I was waiting for my coach, a homeless person offered me a blanket. They went, are you okay? Take this.
Fucking hell. So basically, that guy said...
I took the blanket.
So that guy said, oh, do you want these pills? They're strong. It was a laxative.
Simon Emanuel's dealer. I turned orange. That's the lowest.
So
I love that line, by the way. I didn't know where my hands were. And I can imagine you had to book a fucking bus because there was no option of hitchhiking.
No, I can't tell you. I was literally, just imagine 2 eyes and a skull floating through London going, I done a disgrace. I gotta go. That's all I knew.
You're fucked.
All I knew was I had to leave.
Yeah.
I just had to get out of there. And it wasn't enough to not be at the party. It wasn't enough to not be in the city. It wasn't enough to be in that country.
Jesus Christ.
That's fucking...
And what were your options? Did you actually have a place to stay in London?
I had loads of places to stay. I was back at one of my best friend's birthdays.
Oh, that's...
Houses all over the place. Someone was like, my house around the corner, take the keys. I went, no.
That's because, like, Sandro, he'd shit himself. He'd stay in the pub. you couldn't stay in the country. That's insane.
I've done in the past. No, but the thing is, with you had no excuse to leave because you got tights on. It's all enclosed.
No. That was part of the problem. I was like, trapped.
Catching fish.
It was so awful. It was the lowest moment of my life when I was in Victoria Station at about 4 a.m, wrapped in a homeless person's blanket and my own fecal matter. Waiting. It wasn't even... I say National Express to make me sound better.
Some more passed.
It was a megabus.
Someone passed, a homeless person to you, and they gave you £1.
Yeah. Essentially.
Can I congratulate you at this point for managing to be in an adult functional relationship at this point in your life? Because
I don't think
if
he
I
knows
met
that
you
story.
then, I've actually got no fucking chance with this. Like,
But I love her. So her lowest point was London. She's travelling overnight to get home.
Yeah.
Her second lowest point was being in Talbot on a Tuesday. In the bunker in Talbot.
And then the next day, I cleaned myself up and I saw Sandro reverse moonwalk into the and his mum tell him off.
and I
thought,
know deep down that annoys you that you're not number one, doesn't it? Because I know you fucking try hard.
Let me tell you, if I shit myself in Port Talbot, that will be the number one. Lowest point of my life. But I hope it was a one and only situation.
Can we keep that in the podcast then?
Yeah.
That's been an absolute laugh today.
That's brilliant.
This is the Problematic Pub podcast. Like and subscribe. That's like the likes on down there. Are they down there?
Down there, at the
Down
bottom of
there.
the video, like and
Yeah,
subscribe.
yeah.
We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Podbean. Keep watching. This has been episode 18. Thank you very much.
And I want to say thank you to the guest.
Yes.
Who's, she seems nice, but she's not that nice. Eleri Morgan, everybody!
Hey!
Yeah. I had lots of fun.
Is that done now, is it?
Not one beer offered.
Thank you for all your support so far. We've got good news for you. We are now setting up a Patreon with exclusive content on there. So if you think we were close to the bone before, you want to see what's behind the paywall, it's extra content, extra episodes, and stuff that we're going to be out and about filming. So the link for the Patreon will be below here. Problematic Pub Podcast.
And if you haven't liked and subscribed to our YouTube channels, please do that if you can. Also, like I say, the Patreon's in 3 different levels. Be £3, £5, £10 a month. Anything you can afford will be amazing. Because we've got to kind of keep this going because we're not in a back room of someone's house. There's actually a studio and it's cost us a lot of money and we skint. So if you can help us, be amazing. The first 30 patrons to sign up, they'll be invited to a free exclusive live show. The first live show we do of the podcast in Avon Hills, Port Talbot. Thank you very much.